Hello and welcome to the 2021 SataCrop mapping season. After a successful year last year, we just wanted to provide an updated guide on adding and modifying fields. Firstly, we'll carry out just a bit of an overview on the SataCrop website, the menus and the buttons and what they do. So starting at the top left here, we've got the menu that appears when you first open up SataCrop, and this has your fly to shortcuts, so you can quickly fly to the different growing regions. We have our season selection tool, which defaults to the current 2021 growing season. And we have our legend here, which shows us the different colors which represent the different crops. You move on to the information tab. This is where you can access the video instructions again, the login page, the cotton HID tool, the weather, and also a field list for fields that have been added into the system. You can search and go directly to them from this field list. On the right hand side, we have our zoom in and zoom out. You can also use your scroll wheel on your mouse or your fingers to zoom in and out. We have our approximate position tool. And we also have little shortcuts here to change the season over. So on a mobile device, it's easy to get around just using these three small tools. So now I'll log in and show you how to modify an existing field and then to add an entirely new field. Here, we log in with our username and password. Usually your username is your email address and it is case sensitive, and your password is provided at the time of registration. If you don't yet have a login, please email Ben at pct-adcloud and we'll get you sorted out with a login so you can begin to map crops of your own. Once you log in, it'll take you to the fields that you already have mapped. And to change the designated crop for that field, you simply click on the field, a pop-up will appear, and on that pop-up you can click View Modify, and that takes you into the field data screen. And here you've got three different tabs. You've got the field data, which is things like the farm name, the field name, the other users that can be linked to this field. And next we have the season tab. And in the season tab is where you update the crop allocation for the current season. So make sure that the season 2021 is selected and then allocate your crop type. Remember that whenever you're inputting information here and you see a yellow box, it means that that information is going to be publicly available on the SataCrop website. So be careful when you put that information in and know that it will be public. Anything that's not in the yellow boxes will be kept private, such as variety or plant date. All these different inputs here, apart from the crop type, are optional. So you don't actually have to put anything in unless you want to add that information in for that field. So once you're happy with the changes that you've made, you click on Save Changes to Season. It says here that the field has been updated, and then we can return to SataCrop to modify more fields or add more fields. And here we can see that that field that we added has been updated to show that it is now allocated to cotton. To add a new field, now that we've logged in, we have an additional button over here, which is to draw a polygon. So center the field that you want to map on your map. Click on the Draw Polygon button and start clicking on the map on the boundary of the field. Once you've gone right around the field, click on the first point that you started with to close the polygon shape, and a polygon will then appear, a pop-up rather will appear and ask you if that extent is correct. If it's not right, you click on No, and then you can modify it And once you're happy with it, you click on the field and then press yes, proceed to save. That'll bring you back into this field data screen. You can optionally add some information about that field. Once you save that field, you can then select the current season, apply the crop, and then click Save Changes to Season. And once that's been saved, you can return to SataCrop to add more fields. And we can see now that that field has been allocated to sorghum. If you're someone who has a lot of fields in the system and you want to be able to quickly access fields, we have a field list function here. And if you have put in farm names or field names in your fields when you've been adding them previously, you can then search by that field name. For example, we have one field here that has been given a field name, G1. So if we start typing G1 into this list, you can see here that it's filtered out all other fields to G1. In the same way, if you want to see all the fields allocated to cotton, you just start typing cotton in and it will filter all fields just by cotton. And if you want to go to a field that's appeared in the list here, you just click on Go. Another handy tool we have in the system is a measurement tool. So if you want to measure the distance from one field to the other, let's say you're spraying something in this sorghum crop and you wanted to know the distance to this cotton field over here, you click on the map once and then you click on it again and it'll tell you the approximate distance. So that's 3.72 kilometers from one field to the other. If you were to continue drawing, it would create a polygon and give you the area of that polygon. SataCrop also has the Bureau of Meteorology weather data in the system. So if you zoom out here, you can see that we've got the temperatures for each of the locations set. And if you click on the station, it gives you the last 3 days of weather data here. You can change what weather parameter is shown on the map by going to the weather tab and changing here what you want to see. So here we have wind speed and wind direction on the map. It's important to check the last update when looking at these because some weather stations update more frequently than others. So that's it for this video update. Please reach out to us if you need any help at all with the SataCrop system, and all the best for the 2021 growing season.